My Joker coat doesn't fit anymore.
DC Multiverse!
How's it going, super friends? Welcome back to my channel. I'm Brad, the DCUGeek. Today, let's have an up-close and personal look at the new McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Joker action figure. Now, as to be expected, the packaging for this Joker is going to be exactly the same as all the rest of the DC Multiverse figures, that being the familiar black, blue, and white, with the name of the character and the subtitle on the one side of the package, and the window wrapping around the other. On the back of the box, we'll see an image of Joker's sinister, sneering, grinning face. You'll find it's the same image as the trading card on the inside of the package later on in the video, and then along the bottom of the box, we can see other characters that have been or will be offered in the series. Now, as far as McFarlane Toys' regular DC Multiverse action figure offerings, accessory count, and box content, you'll find that you get the figure, 2 accessories, that being a crowbar and also a very, very long pistol, as well as the stand and a trading card. This is pretty much all par for the course. I'm not even going to take time to look at the action figure stand because it's exactly the same every single time. Now, the figure itself I actually really like. A lot of folks really were hoping that McFarlane had a regular Joker up their sleeve after the release of the Arkham Joker, and surprise, he did. There really is a theme with McFarlane. If it's a Bat, a Joker, a Flash, or a Super, you can bet there's going to be multiple versions of that character released in this toy line. At first glance, you may think that it's just a repainted Arkham Joker, but look a little bit closer, and you'll find that the details are actually quite different. You'll find that the entire rubber torso section that fits over the frame of the figure that comprises the jacket and the vest and the shirt is 100% different compared to the previous Arkham figure. Add to that the fact that the arms are actually completely different. The same thing can be said about the sleeves, and even the mid-level, the crotch area. Even those are completely different parts. Now, some people may argue that the legs, the feet, and the gloves have all been reused parts, and that'd be an accurate statement because, well, the gloves, the feet, and the pants are all reused. I don't have a problem with this because new tooling is expensive, and they've done so much new tooling for the Rebirth Joker that I can't possibly think that this is nothing more than a repackaged, reused sculpt that's just been repainted. This Joker figure is, in fact, really its own figure. Now, when it comes to this Joker's noodle, that being the sculpt and then the deco thereof, I have many things to say. For one, I think that the initial sculpt is actually pretty fantastic. When you see this head sculpt painted by custom action figure painters, you can really see that because they have more time and access to more colors at their disposal, they can actually do a fantastic job bringing out all of the fine detail that is in this sculpt, really bringing the sinister clown prince of crime's face to life. But what we're left with is this. It's the factory paint job, which, all things considered, really isn't terrible. When you think of how little time this figure has in the hands of those who are responsible for stamping the paint onto its face, and exactly what you get with a figure that is $19.99 mass-produced in a factory in China, I can't really complain that much. This does look very good for what it is. My only real complaint about this Joker's face is actually the excessive amount of pink that they decided to splash around his eyes. I know what they're going for with it, but it's definitely too much. It goes from making his face look maniacal and insane to making it look like he either smoked too much pot or has some kind of weird allergy to something and his eyes are all red and puffy. Now, for Joker's accessories, he comes with the trading card, obviously, and yes, as I said, it's the exact same picture as on the back of the box. As always, no surprises there. And when you turn it over, there is a short bio for the Joker. Joker also comes with the 2 accessories of a crowbar for bashing in skulls and a long pistol for shooting down bat wings. The pistol looks nice enough. It's just cast in a silverish gray plastic and looks more like it would come with something that is specifically a child play oriented toy. The crowbar, it looks nice enough, just looks like a big, kinda slightly too thick crowbar, but it fits in his hand nicely and I'm not complaining. It's a crowbar. Now, when it comes to articulation, this McFarlane Toys Joker figure's got pretty much what you would expect. The head's on a ball peg with a reasonable amount of motion. The torso does have articulation points, but I mean, you could tell here that that rubber suit that he's wearing on the outside that comprises his jacket, shirt, and vest is definitely going to be getting in the way, impeding, if you will, that articulative motion. He's also got the rounded hinges up in the shoulders there with the little butterfly. He's got a bicep swivel, more than adequate double crunchy elbows, as well as a rounded hinge in the wrists. And that's pretty much all he's got from the waist up. And then continuing on from the waist down, starting at the waist, he's got a tornado waist, as well as having that McFarlane groin that splats right out. There's an okay range of motion there. It's pretty good, actually. He's also got the double jointed knees, and then he's got the feet that are on those little rounded ball hinges, and at least you can't see them because the pants hang over them. In the end, for someone like me, again, I always say this, I am not really that upset when the articulation isn't that great. However, I do know that there are many of you out there who pull out the smoke machine and all the intricate dioramas, and you live for that action figure photography. So you'll find that this Joker probably has, in my opinion, about 75% of the articulation you would want to really get him into amazing poses. Now, while I know that for myself, I'm the kind of collector who will buy multiples of the exact same character from different companies and different scales, I like to just get as many as I can. I'm more of an action figure hoarder than anything. I do know that there are others of you out there who will only collect one version of one character in each scale. So you may have a 7-inch Joker, and you may have a 6-inch Joker, and you may have a 3 3/4-inch Joker, and that's really it. If that's you, then you may find that comparing this Joker figure to the DC Essentials, this may be a replacement. As much as I love the DC Essentials, and you'll see here that I've actually popped the head from the McFarlane Toys Joker on there because I feel like it just suits the overall look of the figure better, you'll find that maybe this McFarlane Toys with a much more classic Joker-y look to him, he's taller, he's lankier, the purple is much more bright purplier purple. You might find that the McFarlane is more to your taste if you're just a 1 7-inch scale Joker kind of guy. Also, here he is compared to multiple other Joker figures, just because. And then here is a McFarlane Toys Joker alongside some other 7-inch scale McFarlane DC characters, just so you can get an idea of how he's going to look on your shelf with those figures. And then here he is just with some other 7-inch DC figures from kind of here and there and everywhere. So I suppose the big question at this point from a lot of you would be, is this Joker figure worth the time and effort and money to track down, or should you just leave him wherever he is, be it at an online retailer or possibly at a Walmart or a Target or a collectibles retailer? Is it good or is it garbage? Well, my answer, if you haven't been watching, as I find myself saying a lot, is yes, I like him. I think that he's absolutely fantastic. I ended up with 2 quite by mistake, and I could have actually told EB Games when my pre-order came in for the Joker, because I already had one, to just leave it there on the shelf. But I looked and noticed they had like 6 other Jokers, and I did order that one. It did come in specifically for me. I wasn't taking it from the hands of another collector. I liked it so much, I said, yeah, I'll take that one too. So now I've got 2. So that's got to tell you how much I actually like this figure. When you really like it, sometimes you get 2. If it's okay, you just get 1. But hey, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sure you're gonna have your own. Do yourself a favor, go find this guy out in the wild, bring him into your household, have a look at him yourself, manhandle him, work with the articulation, and really get an idea for what you think about this figure, because in the end, the only one that can make the decision is you. And with that, I'm Outies. Have yourself a fantastic, super awesome DC day, everybody, and take care.